everybody, today I'm going to be talking about 5 books that have helped change my life. This would be such a fun video because I owe everything that I am and who I am today to these books. Because each one of them helped change my life for the better and kind of led it along the path that I am currently on. I've been talking about books on the internet for over 6 years. And I've been doing YouTube for 4.5. That's a long time. I'm 21 years old. I started doing all this stuff when I was 15. And even though I'm not old, calculating all those years that I've spent doing the same thing makes me feel like I am. But I'm fine with that. Time's just a very weird thing. But I really wanted to do a video just showcasing the books that have helped transform me into the person I am today. Because as the saying goes, books have the power to change you. And I would like to thank Squarespace.com for sponsoring today's video. Let's just dive on in and get started with the first book that starts off my journey into Sashahood. And I bet a lot of you guys can guess what book this is, but I'm gonna go about it anyways, as if you guys do not know. City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, book 1 in the Mortal Instruments series. I started reading it when my mom was still alive, and it's the book series that helped tether me to Earth when she passed away. I have an email that I sent to Cassandra Clare like a month after my mom passed away, just thanking her for what she has done for me. And when she responded back, I had like the biggest freak out. I was like, she knows I exist and she knows how much she helped me. But I'm so serious. Without the Mortal Instruments series, I think that I would have gone down a darker path. But luckily I had something positive in my life, which was my Mortal Instruments fan page, The Shadow Hunters. And then 3 months later, I started my YouTube channel. And all of that was possible because of the series and the inspiration it gave me to do something better with my life and to make my mother proud. So Mortal Instruments was in my life and still is in my life, but it was really prominent in my life for like 3 years. I met so many amazing lifelong friends because of this book series. And then when I was introduced to another book series that I loved just as much, it opened up my world even more. So fast forward 3 years, or was it 2 years? Something like that. Once again, I'm not good at time. And I remember one day I was gushing about the Dune series by Carrie Corp and Lori Langdon on Twitter, I think it was, and I was just saying how much I want a book that takes place in Scotland and that's really immersive and helps fuel my love for this beautiful land. And then Jennifer Ella Armentrout, who also is a huge inspiration to me, she messaged me and was like, hey, there's a new TV show called Outlander that's based off of a book series and it takes place in Scotland. It's about time travel and history and romance. Maybe you should check it out. And I checked it out. I loved the first episode and I went out and I bought the first book and devoured it. So of course we're talking about Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. And I owe this book a lot in the sense of broadening my reading habits and expanding my brand. It's weird when you talk about a brand. It's like what people know you by. And I think that we can all say that you know me because of my love for Scotland. That's pretty relevant in my YouTube channel, my Instagram, and all that fun stuff. I always talk about it. Not only did Outlander help show me the broader world of fandoms and literature, but it also helped inspire my first solo book, Project Red. Not the official title. But more on that later. The next book that has changed my life in a very weird way that you wouldn't expect is A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. This is a paranormal romance history novel that is just so freaking good, and I would recommend everybody to read. It's also now a TV show on Sky. So this book helped inspire me in a very interesting way. So Diana is the main character in the story, and she's not only a witch, but also a professor of archival studies. And she helped inspire me to go back to university because I saw how much she loved her studies and loved her craft and loved learning about old things that it kind of inspired me to as well. 3 years ago I was studying creative writing at Emerson College in Boston, Massachusetts. And although I enjoyed my time there, it was just way too expensive for me to afford, and also my mind was elsewhere. I wanted to focus more on my YouTube channel, my writing, but I still craved learning and wanting to get a degree. So a year and a half later, I read this book and it helped inspire me to go back to school for anthropology. So if it wasn't for this book and me just really connecting with the main character who had such a passion and love for archival study, I wouldn't have fallen in love with anthropology and the study of old cultures and people and buildings and all that fun stuff. So I owe this book so much to not only me as a person, but me as a student. And it's also dang good. So going back to my book Project Red, it's my first solo novel and it is so incredibly me. But I owe a certain book for inspiring me to finally dive into this world that I'm creating and really fleshing it out and making it into a real book. And the book that helped inspire this spark in me is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. This book isn't like Project Red, but it gave me the feeling of what I want other readers to experience when they read Project Red. And when I was reading this book, I was like, dang, I want somebody to read Project Red and feel the same way. So I guess I should start writing that book now. So this book inspired me to finally dive on into a project that I was putting off for so long. And lastly is a book that helped me notice that I can do more. And that is Zenith by myself and Lindsay Cummings. Zenith was a book that I started writing when I was 18 years old. Lindsay and I never expected this book to get anywhere besides Amazon as just a novella. But then you guys pushed it to the stars, and now it's a physical book that is now out in hardcover and paperback. Yes, I wrote this book 2.5 years ago. And yes, my writing has changed. I have changed. But still, when I look back on this book, I'm really proud because I never thought I would be able to write a book, and then I did, and I'm so incredibly proud of that. Of course, there were bumps along the way, but that's going to come with life. You just have to jump over those hurdles, learn from them, and grow as a person, as an author, as a creator. I am so incredibly proud of this book, about what Lindsay and I have created, what we are currently creating with the second book, and I will always look back on the process of making Zenith into a real life thing with such bittersweet memories, and it's just really cool, and I'm very proud of that. And if you guys do want to go and support my work and support me as an author, please go and buy Zenith. The link will be down below. If you buy Zenith, that'll give me a better shot for having Project Red published one day. So these are just some of the books that have helped change me and shape me into the person I am today in very strange, some indirect ways. It just shows how cool reading can be and how it can broaden you as a human when you don't even expect it. So my question to you down below is, what are 5 books that help shape you into the person you are today? I'm very curious. And before I hop off, I would just like to thank again Squarespace.com for sponsoring today's video. If you guys do not know what Squarespace.com is, I highly recommend that you just listen to me and do yourself a favor. Squarespace.com makes website building easy. As you guys know, throughout my career I've made lots of websites, and they've been very difficult to make. Once I found Squarespace, I knew that I found a place that I could do everything within a click of a button in the easiest way possible. They have websites, they have domains, and they have an online store, which you can get 10% off with when you use my code, which I'll be linking down below. And I'll also be linking down below a link where you can start your free trial today in order to make your website the best it can be. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to go follow me on social media. My username is @SashaAlsberg. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!